Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we just had a Monday Night Raw on the 14th of July. Not too much of a spoiler, but we'll go over it. That this might be one of the better, or if not best, Raws of the year. So let's jump into it. So we started off the show very hot with having our brand new heavyweight champion, uh, Naomi. She cashed in successfully at Evolution, just in case you're behind the thing. Then she talks about, that was her plan, that she got everybody looking one way and was able to get it. Honestly, probably one of the most shocking ones because they really did make it seem like she was going after Tiffany, and it was kind of out of the blue, and it saved a lot. And that match was also phenomenal. So if you haven't seen that match, you should definitely check it. It's start to finish one of the best matches of the entire year, and that's just not saying much, honestly. It's just the truth. So we go with the segment then with coming down Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley first, then Io Sky, and them talking about how, you cashed in, but you really screwed up a lot of things. So they were all wanting a piece, and Naomi's like, you gotta get to the back of the line, which the GM said that's not the case. So the segment itself, S tier, absolutely, just great chemistry, great three people to be in there. And this match that they did announce afterwards for SummerSlam, this triple threat, is going to be another banger. I mean, Io and Rhea might have some of the best women's matches this entire year between the WrestleMania match and this last match at Evolution and then SummerSlam. They could be the top matches of the year, and it would not be surprising. So we're going to put this up in S tier because this is going to be absolutely diabolically good. Then we had a kind of a random match. This is my one of my big wrestling pet peeves. I have a few of them, but this is my thing. If you have champions, every match should be a title match. Roxanne and Raquel were going to win this match against the Kabuki Warriors no matter what, and they did. Why not make it a title match? That's all I had to do. It counts as a title defense. It looks like, like I just don't understand having those matches for no, stuff. Like they won, so why did it matter? Like I can understand that they were going to plan on losing this match, that you wouldn't want them to lose, but they won the match. So what was the point? The match itself, I thought, was still pretty good. Everybody looked pretty decent out there. Even Raquel had a good move with that Tijuana bomb, or like kind of like slam down to get rid of the arm breaker that I think Roxanne was getting in. I think she was getting locked up, and she was able to get through it. I thought that was a pretty sick move. Everything about this match I thought was pretty good, so I'm gonna put it in B. It was definitely probably the weakest match of the night, but everything else is an absolute banger coming up, pretty much. Though actually, I'd say weakest match. I do think maybe there's one that might be on par, but spoiler alert: this show is just phenomenal. Then we go with the Seth Rollins injury update. They're going to keep the money in the bank on him and stuff. I like that we at least know a little bit. We still not. It's not really like known timetable on perfect, but everybody says it's about 4 to 5 months, maybe 6. So he'll have time to cash in. I'm gonna put this up at the top. It's not that I'm happy about it because I love Seth Rollins and I love the Money in the Bank that he's holding and the whole storyline they were doing. But I'm glad that it's not career ending. It seems like, at least right now. So that is kind of good. Then we had a 2 out of 3 falls match with Lyra and Bailey. Give me matches with them. I'm fine with seeing this. 2 out of 3 falls is always kind of a dumb premise to me because we all know it's going to come down to the third fall anyways. But if you just minus that kind of dumb part of it, this match was absolutely a banger. They put on a show out there. I honestly want to give this an S, and I think I'm going to. It was a phenomenal match. It's, again, Lyra's just, her resume this year since WrestleMania is just stellar. She has not put on a bad match since then, and I can't even think of previously where it was the last time she had a bad match. This is just phenomenal work that she's been doing, and she beat Becky, so she will have the match. Or she beat Bailey, she'll have the match against Becky at SummerSlam. I kind of was hoping for a repeat of the triple threat because I think that would have made it again phenomenal. But these two have already locked up a couple times and they've been all great, so I'm fine. I don't mind that they keep running the same shit because I'm eating good. Like if somebody's giving you the best gourmet cuisine, why does it matter if you just keep getting the same thing every single day? It's still gourmet food. It's still amazing. It's chef's kiss. So we then go to a Karrion Kross segment talking about Sami Zayn and all that. Anytime I see Karrion Kross on my TV, I'm happy. I'm a big Karrion Kross fan. I think he's a phenomenal character worker. I feel like his wrestling's pretty decent out there, so I really wish he does get a push. I kind of really hope that he takes over Seth Rollins' group, like he weasels himself in there, and then Seth Rollins has to take it back from him because one that gives Seth Rollins decent feud right when he comes out of coming back, and it would give them some momentum in their party with having somebody else in there kind of trying to call the shots and Paul Heyman having to kind of play 50-50. But I like this segment. It's definitely an S tier for me. Then we had Nikki Bella versus Chelsea Green. So cool to see Nikki Bella out there. She wrestled the majority of the time that I never watch wrestling, so she's kind of like new to me, even though she's not, she's a legend. And yeah, this was her first match in 7 years on a Raw, and I thought it was pretty good. Chelsea Green's a good component, and I do believe that they're probably going to set up this Stephanie and Nikki versus Chelsea Green and maybe one of her members, or they'll try to rope in a third to have a 6-man tag match. But I'm on board. This match was very good. I wouldn't say it's higher than a B because obviously they were just kind of, I don't know, it was kind of a throwaway match, but enough that like I would say it was still entertaining, so I'd put it down in B. Like I said, probably the worst match of the night. The tag match is pretty close to them, but honestly, if you're a B on a show like a free TV show, you should be completely happy to be there because that is awesome. Because that is just great work. That you're still a very competent match that needs to be on that card. Then we get another AJ meme, him praying to God for the downfall of Dominic Mysterio, and Dom saying stuff. Plus Dom saying like, he had the adrenaline in his soul line was great. I like this little feud. Obviously, hopefully it's leading to a SummerSlam match, so I'm on board for that. So hopefully that comes soon. And yeah, put this up in S tier. Another grade A meme from AJ. Then we had the Gauntlet match, which was Penta versus Braun Breaker versus LA Knight versus CM Punk versus Jey Uso. Now this one was going to be a weird one for me because it really depended on who was going to win. My favorite, honestly, to win it was going to be CM Punk, but I kind of had a feeling like, well, they shouldn't do CM Punk because he's already had a title opportunity. Spoiler alert, they end up doing it, but it ended up being a really good match with Braun Breaker and Penta in the beginning. I definitely think they actually had like a legit full match before he actually took out Penta. It wasn't like one of those where it's a gauntlet match and he takes Penta out in like 3 minutes flat and it just makes him look weak. They had a full legit match. Then he faced LA Knight, which allows them to. I think he beat LA Knight fairly clean, or did Bronson Reed come down on maybe on that one? And then he faced Jay, which then he was able to, get Jay because he cheated. I thought that was good. And then it went into CM Punk versus Braun Breaker in the finale, and then all hell broke loose. And Braun Breaker ended up losing to CM Punk, and they jump him afterwards. And then Roman Reigns comes down and saves it. This whole thing was great. I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm not like a huge Roman Reigns fan just because I like him and I like his wrestling. I just don't like that he's so distant from the company right now. Like he should either stay there or don't stay there. Don't come back for such a small period of time. If you can't get enough matches to be on the P100 list, which I think is 5 in a year, that's kind of bad for your. I feel like you should be able to at least give us 5 matches when you're a full-time employee. Like it's not like he's a part-timer or supposed to be a part-timer. This is just what he chooses to do because he's allowed to do that. So, but coming back, it kind of makes me sad too because I feel like this is where Seth Rollins was supposed to be, and it was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, and we're not going to get that. So that's kind of sad, but I think this match itself was phenomenal. It is definitely S tier. Everybody looked good in it, and it was a perfect gauntlet match. So I got to put it up there. And then we will get Gunther versus CM Punk. I put it in A. I think the match itself is going to be pretty shit, but I think the journey to it might actually be really good. CM Punk can go after some people, so I'm really excited to see what he can do and see if he can get Gunther to go to a new level of his promos. So I'm really excited about that part of the whole thing. So yeah, altogether, I put this show probably in the S category. It was phenomenal. There was very little I didn't like. The crowd was an S. They were absolutely in it. They were deafening in some parts. They cheered every match to the fullest, which is always good because sometimes they get silent on certain matches or they don't care about certain things. But no, they were roaring pretty much that entire time. So Birmingham was a phenomenal crowd. So I'd also give them that little bit of a shout out. And the show, like I said, shows is definitely an S tier. So if you guys like these Raw reviews, we do Raw, Now a little bit of NXT. I'm still on the fence about that. Evolve, SmackDown. So you get all 4 shows get reviewed every single week. So if you guys enjoy that, plus a bunch of other stuff in between, a little bit of TEW also if you like video game wrestling. And so we have a lot of different stuff going on here. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.